Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, I can't see you folks, but that's okay. That's how we are rolling for past couple of years. So I will be talking about a very simple thing called as confidence test. And before that, I'll just tell you who exactly I am. So I'm Akash. I started as a web designer, then front-end developer, then I again become UI designer, and now in my past company Athena Health, I was a product designer. I was managing a team of five product folks there. Now I am a co-founder at Peerlist, taking care of all the product designing, management, and so on. I live in Pune, and I love street photography. That is what I do on the weekends, and uh, urban sketching. That is what where I disengage myself from everything and do these things to separate out from work and other things. And this is the Peerless design team. So I am the sole designer because we have small team, like four, five folks. We are working on Peerless, and I take care of the design. So these are all the roles which I play during our building process. So getting on to the topic, what is confidence test? So you can actually, this is actually a process which I learned during my previous job at Athena Health from my manager, Michael. And it's a very simple process to basically validate your idea, feature, or problem and gain confidence of your users, team, and leadership before you start building any feature, right? So why you should do that? There are different what we say uh, reasons to do so. So you can as a good designer or a great designer, whatever is the difference, this could be the game changer for you. If you need a place on a chair on a table as a designer, this will help you a lot. So, how basically confidence test work, or how you basically validate your ideas? The very first is go and brainstorm your idea with your team. Whatever, if it is a new feature or if you have an idea about improving the existing feature which you want to make some changes to, and if you have a really different idea which could change the way your users are using your product or service, if you want to validate that, just go and talk to people who are working with you, designers, engineers, product managers, or leadership. And the very first thing is understand why it's not built yet, why it doesn't exist so far. Understand the history behind your feature, because there might be a case that product managers or the leadership might have thought about building this or making this improvement, but because of some things or the limitations, they could not do it. This will save your time unnecessarily spending on something which you cannot build. So this is a very important thing. Also, it will help you understand the problem better. So I always say, if you want to understand a problem better, understand the history. If you want to come up with a really good solution, understand the future. So it is in the context of your product. The first step is design a prototype. Of course, just quickly build a high or low fidelity prototype depending on if you have a design system, you can basically build it very quickly. Go to Figma, build a clickable prototype, how it will work on a very high level. What is your idea? What you are trying to solve? Don't spend more than a day on this because you really need to iterate things faster. So just whatever you are going to build in a day, just go ahead with that. Involve your engineers at this very step. So this is the most important thing which many of us designers miss out on, not involving your engineers and other stakeholders at the beginning. We might spend a lot of time on a particular idea because we love it, and in the end we might find that nobody is aligned with that particular idea. So as I think Aditya mentioned, that you have to build those relations with your teammates beyond the work. This is where you basically onboard your colleagues and peers on the idea which you want to work. The second step is, it's very simple. Just record a video and This will make you look out really well your idea and you yourself as a designer as well. A picture worth 1,000 words, but addition to that is but a video worth a million pictures, right? It really helps to understand the end user or the person whom you want to explain the idea. When you show them something and talk about it in a video, they can understand your problem much better. They can understand the solution which you are proposing in a much better way. And even if you're introvert, doesn't matter, don't show your face, only record screen and forward it. This is very helpful. This rectifies lot of explanation, lot of steps, lot of feedback which might come in if you don't do this. Lot of criticism might come in because they don't understand your perspective. With this step, you can rectify all of that and make your idea, interpreting your idea in a much better way. Don't spend much time, make it like 3 or 4 minutes video and explain what you are trying to build and what you are trying to solve. The third step, which is 2.1, I would say do a quick survey after that. So what we do is we record a video and then there are 4 questions which are right here, like how satisfied you are with the current feature or solution. If you are improving a particular solution, uh, will this feature or whatever I'm proposing right now will improve your workflow or will improve whatever you are trying to accomplish with that? Will that improve? Higher the better. Ask them to rate from 0 to 5, and that will help. How likely you will use it when you are sending it to user? Ask them this question. It is very important. Whether it is will they actually use it when you push it or publish ship it, right? This will help you in the later stage. And can the proposed solution be improved? So you can ask them for an explanation like I am having this problem, but whatever the proposed solution you have is not solving that, so can you add that also? So this will help you to improve whatever you are proposing, whatever your design solution is. And these are just the 4 simple questions which you're going to ask after the video which you send. Then the third or fourth step is quick survey for engineers. One question: can we build this? Because if yes, how much time we might need? Because it will the business or the leadership team really wants to understand that, because we'll be spending a lot of time and money on building a particular solution. Also, if we can't, what is holding us back? What are the blockers? What are our limitations? That why we could not build this particular feature? That will help us understand your engineering in a much better way whenever you are designing or proposing some new features in the future. So, as I said, because your engineers are involved in the very initial stage of your this confidence survey or confidence test, I don't think there will be a problem to get an yes from engineers when you reach to this step. And this is really important one. The final step is once you build it, once you so even before this, once you have all the outcome of the surveys, you have the numbers, you go and propose your idea to your product manager or the leadership that we want to build this, right? There will be a question which is why we want to build it. What is the conclusive data which we have? Then you have all the survey answers, which are the users who have asked for it, what are their feedback on the particular feature or design or a solution which you are proposing. In a meeting, you will go with tremendous amount of confidence because your solution is backed by data with his confidence test. And that is why this is called as confidence test. You have confidence presenting it because your users and engineers have confidence building it and using it. And this is this is very important. Your leadership team or the product managers, there won't be much to oppose your solution because it is backed by your users and your engineers and the data and the feedback they have provided you. So why it is important? Very important in our context at Peerlist. We are like very small team. it's very important for us to spend time on things uh, which make sense and which are significant, which have significant impact on the outcomes which we want. So to avoid building useless features, uh, the features which might not be used by users, or they might take it as a surprise that why it is even built, right? Because we live in our assumptions and we just built it. To understand your user needs, right? And then to understand whether your engineers can build it, there is a high possibility that whatever your solution is, because of your engineering inputs, you might improve it by 10x. And it happens almost 70%, 80% of the time. Also, to build a product roadmap aligned with your stakeholders, users, product vision which you have, and the market which you are building for, before whatever you are building, you know, because of the survey, that it is aligned with all the stakeholders, what the company vision is, and it is taking us closer to that vision, whatever we are building. And you get that particular confidence when you have this survey or this test done. Why it's important for you as a product designer? As I mentioned, it will differentiate a good designer and a great product designer, right? You can be a great product designer with or doing all these things because you are selling your designs to the business. Imagine it as a very tiny miny startup idea itself, which is backed by the data, the user surveys and research. You are going to your leadership, and they are, when they say yes, we will build this, that means they are investing in your idea. And doing this survey gonna help you a lot do that. You become a very significant contributor to your product roadmap, and that is that should be your job as a product designer, right? You should have those significant contributions in the product roadmap, in the product building, whatever your features which you are building. You should not be only taking those Jira tasks or linear tasks and designing the screens. This should be your 50% of the job, where you are generating tremendous amount of idea and helping your product be much better, and helping your end users in a much better way. This is going to save a lot of time and lot of money. You are saving money, that means you are making money. Imagine you are building a feature where you have spent a month with two engineers, one designer, one product manager. You have already spent almost 15-20 lakh rupees uh, on that particular feature building for a month. And if nobody is going to use it, you have wasted that much of money, right? If you think that way, you will understand how significant this step could be. And this is gonna get you sit on that table whenever the product managers, whenever the leadership is talking about new features and the product vision. You will be asked there, and your say will be considered, because you have proven yourself with your process which you have. So yeah, that's it. I think that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Peerlist, that's my handle. Thank you so much.